14 with Dan Vrabolovich.
Here, a less than perfect pass from St. John Smith that is for most of us a pretty darn good one, and Randy Stoklos able to perfect the positioning of that ball right on top of the net.
Another stuff by Stoklos. 10-2.
I'm not sure if Hanley and Dodd can stop the bleeding. Randy Stoklos blocking the ball so well right now. His second stuff. Mike Dodd likes to go line. Randy obviously knows that.
Second in a row for points. Here comes Dodd. And trying to go line again. Stoklos just missed that one. So early it was 2-0. Hanley Dodd, a couple spectacular digs. But Smith and Stoklos have rolled out the pouncing mat. 10-2 is our score. Semi-final. Going quickly.
Boy, St. John is hitting the ball extremely well. Randy Stoklos was yelling high line. In other words, the loop over the block, but St. John is cranking away cross court.
Historically, the windier the conditions, the better for Smith-Stoklos, because their ball control has been much better than everybody else.
There you see John Hanley trying to get in position to block the ball, but St. John just hitting too sharp an angle. That's trouble. Oh, Mike Dodd with a great shot. I said that's trouble because John Hanley set the ball right to the net. I don't know why, but Randy Stoklos decided not to block in this situation.
A little indecisive here. Dodd with the cut. Fans trying to encourage John Hanley and Mike Dodd. You're allowed to play it twice. And Hanley keeps it in play. Dodd with a block. Stoklos trying to chicken it over on 2. And he got fried by Mike Dodd.
Hanley and Dodd were completely out of court after the scramble play. John Hanley running all the way over to the sideline, and Randy trying to go quick, and Mike Dodd, very smart, jumps into the cross court, stuffs the ball. St. John tried to get this ball to Randy in a position where he could either set or hit the ball. Randy decided to take a swing.
3 serving 10.
And going to Stoklos. Got to change things up a little bit. And again, Mike Dodd jumping way into the cross court.
So 2 Mike Dodd blocks.
Look at Mike Dodd. There you can see if you're a young blocker out there and you're one-on-one, you can't make little patty cake moves. You got to make a dramatic move into the cross court against a big hitter like Stoklos.
So the strategy of serving Smith did not work. Dodd, and that ball was almost hit out of bounds, but it did catch the ribbon. But the strategy of serving Smith did not work, but perhaps Dodd and Hanley waited a little too long to change it.
I think they did. I would have gone to Randy Stoklos immediately when I saw St. John was in that perfect groove. They waited to 9-3 before they started serving Randy Stoklos.
And the umpire says, wait a second, it's Jim Leonard and Kim Pickering. Smith will serve. Off Dodd's head 3 times. Stoklos. And a point. So it's turned into blocking warfare. Stoklos stuffed a couple. Dodd stuffed a couple. And Stoklos stuffs back. We'll take the turn. Smith and Stoklos with a big lead. The Miller Lite AVP Tour coming to San Diego. The Miller Lite San Diego Open. I'm Chris Marlowe, along with Paul Sunderland. And next week we'll be at Ledbetter Beach. Yes, Ledbetter Beach, not East Beach. The Miller Lite Santa Barbara Open. It'll be great to get back to Santa Barbara and see all our old friends up there. The beach that spawned, the area that spawned Henry Bergman, Karch Karai, and all the greats. Freestyle laps timing. This has been a very, very quick game so far. 11-4 is our score.
Not a lot of side out strings, and surprising 4 players who can really control the ball. You'd expect a lot of side outs, but the defense and blocking has taken over.
And it's windy. We didn't mention the weather much because it's been ideal, but it's very, very windy right now, and that makes ball control really at a premium. Hanley, Smith has it. And I think there was a net call. There was on Stoklos. So Stoklos into the net. You see the flags are flopping, and that makes games shorter. The wind picking up, ball control tougher. There you see it, 71 degrees. The wind is coming on. And it is nice out. Dodd, great dig, but Hanley can't get there. Dodd was in the right spot.
St. John Smith yelled angle. John Hanley was blocking line, decided to fake block back up. Mike Dodd was reading line. Both Hanley and Dodd were in the far right-hand sideline, and St. John yelled angle, and Randy decided to challenge right at him.
Stoklos lobs out of bounds. Once again, for identification purposes, Mike Dodd wearing the white T-shirt. Randy Stoklos, Mike Dodd, there's Mike on the right side of your screen, serving as John Hanley. Hanley is 30 years old. Been on the tour for a while, though. I can remember playing against him when he was a youngster up in Santa Barbara. So he's been around. And out of the reach. You might remember that John Hanley and John Stevenson were such a great team for so long. Many of Hanley's wins coming with Stevenson. When there was no blocking over, they were a very formidable team.
Talk about a premium on ball control in those days.
Yep.
Pass, set, and hit forever and a day.
Dodd trying to keep it alive. Hanley got it.
You can see, though, that Hanley and Dodd are really having to scramble in their side-out game. Mike Dodd with a nice pokey up into the soft block of Randy Stoklos. They get another chance to swing, and then John Hanley here with a good roller. St. John Smith not able to track that down, but they're just not the machine siding out that Smith and Stoklos are, but I'm not sure that anybody is.
Especially in the wind. And Stoklos pounding the ball from about 7 feet back. Stoklos was very happy last week, and not only did he win his 90, make that his 100th tournament win as an individual, but he also shot an 84 at the TPC course in Scottsdale, one of the prestigious golf courses out there. So he was really feeling good after that tournament.
I think he felt a little better about the 100th win, but 84 at that golf course, from what little I know about golf, is a pretty nice round.
12-4 is our score. Smith and Stoklos have a huge lead on Diggs' leg play, joust, score.
That's a mismatch. King Kong Randy Stoklos over the smaller John Hanley, up and over with ease.
I'm really surprised that Dodd and Hanley are not utilizing their timeouts. They're just running right through them, Paul. They haven't used one of their timeouts yet.
Well, you know, maybe when they got off to such a bad start and Smith and Stoklos raced out to that lead, they just sort of marked this one down and said, in our first week, okay, we'll finish third.
Paul used to call it fast break volleyball. This is it. We are racing to 14. And still no timeout from Hanley and Dodd.
Paul Westhead would love this.
This is game point. And Dodd cuts inside. Why would they not be taking timeouts? Got an early plane or what?
Maybe they got a late tee time. I don't know. A lot of the players on the tour play golf. There's a lot of good ones in San Diego, but I don't know. Maybe just, hate to say it, but satisfied with finishing third, especially when they got off to such a bad start.
You would think they would have taken a timeout in the run that saw them give up 10 in a row. They jumped out 2-0, then it was 10-2. And a jump serve that jumps out. So Smith going to send up his sky ball. Interesting, he always looks up to the booth before he sends it up, Paul, maybe to get your approval.
Well, he knows I like it.
Second game point. And Smith has it. Watch for the loopy down the line. Nope, not yet. Stoklos ready to detonate. Here it goes. No! Mike Dodd has gotten 3 very nice stuff blocks on Randy Stoklos, 2 for points and 1 for a game saver.
And every player loves, as you said, to detonate for match point. And Randy tried to hammer that ball straight down, and Mike Dodd in front of him.
Stoklos showing finesse down the line.
If he would have used that shot to play before, they'd be shaking hands and moving on into the finals. Really are perfect conditions. Temperature in the low 70s. Nobody complaining of cramps or dehydration this week, as we've seen in Phoenix and the stops in Hawaii and in Florida. That's trouble.
Stoklos trying to flipper it up. Third attempt at game point. So Skinny Mike Dodd throws down the king of the Kong on one.
Show us his bicep. Mike's been lifting weights the last several years, and here he goes up, the inventor of the Kong, for the joust. And I love it that the referees let this play go on. It's just survival of the fittest now.
So John Hanley set to put the ball in play. His AVP ranking is number 10. He's won almost $300,000 in lifetime prize money, and he has played very, very well today. He might be a little tired. As we mentioned, he's not getting a chance to practice as often as he would like because he builds those $1 trillion homes.
And as a new father, he's probably not sleeping very much either.
And Skyball not going to make it.
Well, that's the first one St. John's missed this summer. He was sending it up with regularity the first couple of weeks and took particular advantage of it in Phoenix, and I think that's the first one he's missed.
That was the 4th game point. When they get to Steffes and Hovland, you can bet we're going to see that serve. It was so effective in Phoenix last week. Should be even more effective here. Smith. Dodd has it. Nice dig. Up high, chasing. Got it!
I think they've left it too late to make some of their best efforts. Had a great one early with John Hanley hustling, and here's Mike Dodd stretched out. We've seen this for years. Doesn't look like he's lost a step, and then chasing all the way back across court, and then deep middle, almost the husband and wife in the transition.
14-5. And Smith wails one out of bounds. Smith and Stoklos scoring points so easily, it appears that momentarily losing concentration. Well, I'm losing concentration. And while I wake up, we're going to take a break. 14-6. We're back in beautiful San Diego, California. The AVP Tour rolls on. The Miller Lite San Diego Open, the 5th official tournament of the year. More are coming up. Don't forget, you can join us at Ledbetter Beach in Santa Barbara. That's April 20th and 21st. Then we take a week off, and we'll be up in Sacramento May 4th and 5th, and then up at the now famous Fresno Beach. Bruce Bronson and company. The Fresnoians will be out in force for that one, Paul. And then we have 3 more dates for you if you're checking your AVP calendar. Houston, Texas, take the Texas run May 18th and 19th. Arlington, and then we hit the Alamo with Guns A-Blazing June 1st and 2nd. And ironically, or not ironically, coincidentally, that's when Karch Kiraly and Steve Timmons may make their debut at the Alamo. A good possibility they'll be back by that tournament, but maybe before, depending on exactly when they get done with the playoffs. 14-6 is our score. As St. John Smith and Randy Stoklos have looked very impressive. Smith going to spin serve or dink serve, looking to end it. And Hanley chops inside the block. So Hanley and Dodd still hanging in.
Nice angle away from Randy Stoklos.
Big punch by Smith into the top of the block.
See, hitting that high flat. The ball was set just a little bit too close, and John Hanley was in good position. St. John's so smart, ripping it high off the top of the hands. Smith and Stoklos want to get this game over with. This is their extra game. Well, for a change, someone else rests back at the hotel or in the players' tent, and another mishandled ball call on John Hanley.
And that's it.
That'll do it.
So a double contact call to throw if you like. And this match is over. Smith and Stoklos steamrolling. Hovland and, I want to say Hovland and Dodd, but it's not Hovland and Dodd. I'll get it right eventually. Hanley and Dodd played well in spurts, but just got too far behind. So semifinal is over, an easy one for Smith and Stoklos, but the big question now, can they go on and defeat Kent Steffes and Tim Hovland? We're going to find out. Halftime activities coming up next.